Welcome back to Switch to Linux with Western Mountain Web on another WordPress tutorial. Today we are going to have a look at the WordPress Media Manager. So the Media Manager is mostly where you might put your images in WordPress, but you can also put any other types of media files in there. So if you need to link a PDF onto your site, you can easily do that. If you need to post up an image or a gallery, there's a very simple WordPress gallery built into WordPress system. Some people might find it efficient, some people might not. There's other plugins that you can use as well. But what we're going to do is just talk all about the media gallery today. So here I've logged into my dashboard. I have my site open. Now I did change my theme from last week. I went back to this more simple theme just because the one that we were working with, they had changed the coding a little bit since I'd used it last, and I couldn't get a blog post, like a blog page going while everything else. So we're probably going to use this post for a little while. And what we're going to do here is we're going to walk through everything in the media library. So your media library is on your main menu on your left, and you just look for media. You can see you have access to the library or the new add new media. So when you load this up, you'll see that any of the images that we've put in for site titles, favicons, anything else we've been experimenting with, you will see these in here. You can sort them out by a list format like this, which you can see the author, where it was uploaded to, the date. There's some comments over here. You do have some bulk actions under these, so if you do need to do bulk action deleting images, you can do that. Your main gridding point, you can click on an individual image here, and then you can see this is the URL. So if you just need like the basic URL, how to access this file for something, you can come right here, click on the image, and then you can grab the URL from right here just by double clicking the box. I don't believe you can edit this. No, you cannot edit it, but it is highlightable, selectable, so you can copy and paste this easily. You can change the title, maybe, we'll just change that to 2 cute cats because it is certainly more than one cat. You can put any caption here. So as long as your theme has captions built in, this caption will appear under the image. As again, this is something that's dependent on your theme. Alternate text, this is if you want good SEO. Then you want to make sure you have alt tags in here. WordPress is going to automatically put all this stuff in anytime you put in an image. But what you need to do is make sure that your library itself has all the appropriate tags. So we'll call this the alt. Remember, is also what gets read for reading. Same with description. So we're going to do 2 cats. And let's see. Let's just call it a cat bed. It's technically not a cat bed, but we'll do that. 2 cats. 1 looking down, 1 looking up on a blanket on a shelf. That's a better description there. So you can see that once this is done, it will automatically save. You saw the little, if you were looking closely, there's a little save that showed up here. So you can edit more details. You can view the attachment page. Now, an attachment page, I usually cut these out of my themes because I find them very annoying. But pretty much any image will have an ability to have these attachment pages where you can see the thumbnail of the image. You can see your comments, etc. The captions, things like that. I don't generally like those. In fact, I like to not make sure those are linked anywhere. So on my custom themes, I usually take these out. But now that that is done, we can just click on that. The other ones here, like some of these are actually old versions of our logo, so we could probably delete some of these. Okay, so let's see. I'm wanting to say this is the main logo that we were using. So let's go ahead and just delete this one. So here you can hit the delete permanently. This will get rid of it. Now, one of the things to keep in mind is that when you upload an image, it's going to make a lot of different copies of this image. So we're going to open up our FTP client. We're going to have a quick look at the upload directory where these are. Okay, so we're in our main root directory in our FTP client. And so if you go into WP content, uploads, and then depending on how you have your settings, the default here is that it's going to upload by date and then by month. And so you'll see that there is a month here. This is where we uploaded or changed the cat image. And then there's nothing left in there. That was probably the first one we did. So what you see here when you go in, let's just have a look at this, because this essentially is what you get for every single image you upload. You will get 4 different images. Okay, so you'll see that we get this cat 150 by 150. You get a cat 150 by 92. You get a cat 300 by 184, and you get one that just says cat. So the cat is the full scale image. This just becomes a problem with the combination of how good our cameras become nowadays and how much a lot of people are using WordPress on their own. Please do not be uploading images that come right out of your camera. They are just too large. And then you'll try and link that somewhere and it tries to load too much stuff. So all these extra files are WordPress's way of dealing with these. It's going to have one image that is the raw image. The 150 by 150 is a thumbnail, so you can call that in a theme by calling the thumbnail. You have the 150 by 92, which is the smallest scale, maintaining the aspect ratio, and then you have the 300 by 184, which is called medium. So you can call a thumbnail, you can call a small, you can call a medium, and you can call an actual size. And we'll have a look at that in a bit. But you can see that that's what this does. Now you want to make sure that before you upload files, make sure that you have cropped your images down to appropriate sizes, cut the resolutions down to 72 dpi, and made sure that they're not any longer than 2,000 pixels wide for sure. So you can use software applications like GIMP to do that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what that looks like. Let's just go ahead and minimize that for now in case we need to see it. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go find a PDF to install here. Okay, so what I did is just short of looking for a PDF, I just went ahead and took my Amazon links at the bottom of all my videos. It shows you where my Patreon account is and the Amazon account. So I just made a PDF on that because, hey, in Linux, you can just print anything right to a PDF pretty easy. So I went ahead and just created a PDF out of this file here. You can see here that if we go ahead and hit Add New, the Add New is where you're going to add any images. Now, you can select individual files, you can select multiple files, or you can just drag stuff right here. So if you want to drag stuff, you just want to, maybe shrink the thing down a little bit. Let's just drag our file over here. And then you'll see here that it provides a link here. We have an edit button where we can come and get the actual link. So this is the link. It gives us the file name over here. You'll have some captions over here. We'll just call this support. I'm not sure why I call it Amazon links. Support PDF. And this contains the links, how you can support switched to Linux. Okay, so we'll go ahead and update that. And then now if you go into your library, you'll see that you will have some images, and then you see that you have a PDF. You can put pretty much anything in here. You can put in Word docs, you can put in just any type of media type file you can input over here. So now the way you might call these on a page, let's go into a page. Let's look at our home page, which doesn't really have any content. You can see it says this is a new test page. So you can see this is the text. Let's go ahead and talk about some cats. These are some cute cats. Now notice that we are on the text, and so when you're on the text view, you get a little bit different things, but you still have the Add Media button. We'll switch this back to visual. So here's some cute cats. Now what you want to do to add an image is you come up here to the Add Media and you click on this. This will pull up your media button, and you have the option to either select something that's already in the library or upload a new file. Okay, so here what we're going to do is let's go ahead and just click on our cat picture. Now this over here is where you can see these sizes that we were talking about. So your thumbnail is the 150 by 150. It gives us our medium, which is the 300 by 184, and it gives us the full size. I do not have the option in here for small. That means that that size has been disabled in the theme. You might see the small option as well. So if I go ahead and put full size, it's going to put this full size image, which is actually not all that large. Because remember, we cut this down for that previous theme. Let's go ahead and put our medium image in. Now the link to, I'm very pleased to see in modern WordPress, they changed the default to none. It used to automatically link to the attachment page, which was really beyond annoying. You can also click to the media file itself. So media file will go exclusively to that file. Attachment page will go right to the page that that individual page. It allows you to comment on the picture. Custom URL allows you to put in any link, and none allows you to just do no link at all. Now your alignment, left, right, center, and none, this will tell you where the thing is aligned. Now, if you have a cheap theme, these alignment buttons may not do anything. Essentially, all these do is it adds a image left, image right, image center, and none on your image class tags. And so if the theme developer did not actually input anything in for an image aligned left, these will not do anything. So be aware of that. If you are changing these and nothing happens, that's probably why. So we'll go ahead and you can see your alt text, you can see your description. Go ahead and put this into the page. You'll see the caption goes underneath it. Let's go ahead and update the page. And let's also go ahead and center this text over here, because it's going to look a little odd if this text is over here and the image is in the center. So we'll just highlight this, click the center, and update again. Now let's go back and refresh our page. So here, this is the medium size image, which is the 300 by whatever it was, 187-ish, I don't know. Then here is this, and then this is the caption that appears under the image. So these are stylable captions. This is just basic text. And then depending on the type of theme you're running, you might actually be able to put in some extra class tags. So if this theme were built on Bootstrap, for example, you could add some Bootstrap customized tags to this. Let's see how you can do that. I don't think this is Bootstrap. Let's have a look. I'm just going to have a quick look at the page source and see if Bootstrap is in this or not. Nope. This is not a Bootstrap theme. So I have no idea what type of image classes we would have on this. Now, to edit the image classes, note that on the Add Media, there is no option to add the extra classes. So if you do need to add extra classes, unfortunately, the newer versions of WordPress, you need to take the extra step. Click on the image. You can reset the alignment here. You can delete the image, but this edit tag over here will pull up a different editor. How exciting. Under the advanced options, now you can add various tag attributes. So if you know that, for example, in Bootstrap, there is an image responsive tag, which will actually just make the whole thing a responsive, contracting, etc. You can open any given link in a new tag. So if you did happen to have a link up here, you can open the link in a new tab. And then we can add extra classes to the link. You can add extra image attributes over here. So that's actually how you would do that. So I'll go ahead and do this, and we will not actually see any change. But if you look at the page source, you will actually see now, and I'm just going to use my browser tools here. You'll see on the image, you'll see that the image responsive class tag is in here with the other images. So this would allow you to actually make a custom CSS style to target any given image that has a CSS class. So that's how you can go ahead and do that. All right, let's go ahead and let's just update that. Now the next thing we're going to do is let's go ahead and add in our PDF. So we'll come over here to our About page. We grab some of these here. Let's come to the bottom and say, use this page. Let's see. How about this? This page has links to support switched to Linux. And then come up here, hit the Add Media. Click on the file here. It's going to take whatever our title is and paste that as the title. Now you can change the title here if you want to. To do that, you would need to usually you'd be able to just go ahead and change that. Just want to make sure it's not changing the link while I do this. Okay, let me just verify the link is not changed. So you'll see that the link is still the same. It does retain the link even though I can edit the text. You just have to be careful over here not to edit anything up in the box up here. Okay. And if you click on the link options, you can change the link text a lot easier right here. You can also link to anything else, but of course that's going to break our PDF link. PDF of switched to Linux support. Let's go ahead and do that. Push update. We're going to go ahead and update the page. And then what you're going to see when we do that is we'll go to our About page. And then down here, this links to the PDF. Okay, so that's how you do that. Now you might want to do something like go ahead and hit the edit, link options, open link in a new tab if you want to open that in a new tab. So now that is now going to open me up in a new tag. Let's go ahead and refresh the page. Now we'll see that we get this in a new tab, but we retain our original. So that is how to do that. The next thing we're going to do is we'll talk about how to make a slideshow. So let's just go ahead and create a new page. Okay, and go ahead and let's just use default template. Now, a slideshow, for some reason, you cannot create these inside of the media library, and it's kind of very clunky. And that's probably why, if you really need to take advantage of slideshows and things like that, you probably want to install the Next Gen Gallery plugin. That's the best one for that. But if you just need something basic, you can come over here and you can create playlists. Now, the audio and the video playlists are brand new. These just showed up. The gallery up here will allow you, though, to upload files, and anything you link into this will create a gallery. So let's just go ahead and select some files from the desktop. So I grabbed some images here. Now, these guys here are, again, taken straight from the camera. So this is something you don't want to do. Go ahead. In fact, you know what? I'm just going to show you how easy it can be to make those edits. Okay, so now we are inside of another open source free program. So you can download this. It's no cost or anything. Of course, you can help donate to the project, which I'd encourage you to do if you are able. But this is GIMP. Inside of GIMP, what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you how to just quickly change your resolutions and things. Come over here to Image, Scale Image. Now, the first thing you check is your resolution. So my resolution is at 72. That's good. Let's just go ahead and change these guys to 2000. Hit the Scale button. That will scale it down. Now we're going to save the image. Actually, we do need to export the image, not save it. We're going to export as and just save it right as itself. It's going to ask us if we want to replace it. Just go ahead and keep these options here if you want. Actually, I'm going to back this down to 85. This is how much quality it is. 85 is generally a pretty good quality for a web system. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to discard the changes because we do not want to resave over what we've already done. So we're just going to duplicate that same process for each of our 4 images here. Okay, so we went ahead and made all of our changes there. We're going to go ahead and select the files. So now I can just highlight all these guys. Now they're not massively huge anymore, so that's good. They were like 6 megabytes each. That's the problem, is they get to be so large, they're unusable for that size of a web. You will irritate your site visitors if you have images that large, and a lot of people do that. So we're going to go ahead and open files. It'll open all 4 of them. Oh, and Kitty wants to come and say hi. Hello, everybody. I hope you enjoy WordPress. Okay. So now you'll see that we have 4 images uploaded, and there's 4 down here, and we have a create new gallery, except my picture's in the way. Just says create new gallery right where my picture is. Go ahead and do that. And now the create new gallery has been adjusted. Let's go ahead and look at these options. We can link to an attachment page. We can link to media files. We can link to none. We're going to go ahead and do that. The columns will give us how many images there are on the basic columns. Let's go ahead and say 2 columns because we have 4 images here. And then the size we're going to go ahead and do our thumbnail there. We can reverse the order of these if we want, or we can drag and drop them to reorder them. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's the approximate order I took the photos. And then you can add new images to this individual gallery. You can cancel the gallery. And again, right down where my picture is, there's a button that says Insert Gallery. We're going to go ahead and push that. And now it will insert this into the page. Let's go ahead and publish the page. Now remember, anytime you create a new page, you want to add it to your menu. So we're going to go ahead to Appearance, Menus. We're going to add this new image to the menu. Let's put it after the About. Save the menu. Come over here, refresh the page. You'll see the new link will show up. Hit Slideshow, and now we have a basic slideshow. So you can see why people don't use this particular slideshow necessarily, is because it doesn't really allow you to do much more than see those. Now let's go ahead and have a look at the options inside of that though. So come over here, let's go back to our slideshow. It'll load up the gallery up here, and then what you can do is click on this, hit the edit options, and then now we can actually change some things. Let's go ahead and change to the attachment page. Go ahead and hit the update gallery, and then update the page. Do make sure you do both of those. Refresh the page. You'll see it'll look the same, only now we have a link to a page. This one here, we can leave comments, we can do things, but we can also go and we see a little bit bigger versions of these. Okay. So that's how you can use the built-in WordPress system to do the galleries. All right, so that is, and I'm not sure where the first image is at. Oh, there it is. I must have them a little out of order there. All right, there they are. Okay, so that is how you can create a gallery, drop a gallery in. You can add images to it. You can take images out of it. We looked at uploading the files. We looked at all that kind of stuff. All right, so with that, hopefully that has been helpful for you in utilizing your media library for your WordPress installs. This is Tom and the kitty saying, I hope you enjoy switching to Linux and using WordPress. And if you would like to help support Switch to Linux, take a look at the links down below. You can also go to switchtolinux.com/support. And if you are interested in getting some help or consultation with a website, feel free to go to westernmtnweb.com and fill out our contact form over there, and we'll be glad to get back with you and talk to you about the projects that you have. So thanks for watching, and have a wonderful evening.